Okay, welcome back to my final tutorial using Adobe Photoshop CS4. For this tutorial, we're going to be working with some layers. So the first thing that you want to do is add a new picture to Adobe, and I tried to go over the layers a little bit last time, but I ran out of time with it, so I'm going to show you a little more about them and why they're such a good thing. So we have our picture, we have it dropped in, and we have the picture we want. We have everything set up. So I'm not going to resize this because I want to show you guys the difference in before and after. So the first thing that we're gonna want to do is start a new layer, and on the new layer, what I want to do, well, first I'll make the background layer, first I'll make the background layer invisible so we can see what we're doing on this top layer here. But what I want to do is I want to go to Filter, Render, Clouds, and then that puts some clouds up there for you. And then the next thing that I want to do is render a lens flare. And I want to move my flare about over there and change it to a 35mm prime at about 131-132%. And now we have a nice lens flare applied. And this is also showing you basically how people are creating websites and adding that cool glare to their little boxes or whatever. This is basically all they're doing to do that. The next thing that we want to do is we want to go down to Filter, Brush Strokes, Sumi E, and everything looks good there. And then our next step is going to be to filter, stylize, and add glowing edges. And now look at that, completely awesome and cool. So our next step is make our bottom layer visible, our background layer, and we want to pull this layer 1 and drag it and put it beneath, because it's quite literal about your layers and how they work. The bottom one's going to be on bottom. So with the top layer, what I want to do, the picture, is change the opacity. And you can play with it to get it how you want, but you can actually see that that's pretty much how they made their little swirls and stuff. They didn't use the exact effects that I use, just because I threw something together real quick. But that looks like a pretty cool thing there. And then from there we could add our text or whatever we want to do. But that's about as far in depth as I'm gonna go. Just remember to play with all these tools, and the more you play with them, the more you're going to learn from them. So this is going to be my last tutorial on Photoshop without any requests. So I'm going to leave it here unless somebody wants to know something specific. I've showed you layers, resizing, and animating text, and I've gone over a couple of the basic effects with you. So the rest I'd suggest just playing with, and if you need to know something specific, feel free to ask. Thank you.